Hey up! Come on! Let's have it! Alright! Mashbacksters rambling, whoa, whoa. Mashbacksters rambling, whoa, whoa. Mashbacksters rambling, stuff to see and songs to sing, whoa. Alright! Greetings! Hiya. Right, welcome to Mashbacksters Rambling. This special I'm going to call It's a Scuny Thing. For reasons which will become apparent as we go through. But a little bit of history about Scunthorpe because it's quite historical, believe it or not. Now, in the Domesday Book of 1086, Scunthorpe is referred to as a Scumersthorpe. Alrighty? If I'm teaching you how to suck eggs, I'm sorry. But it's nice to learn something new every day, isn't it? So, a Scumersthorpe comes from the Old Norse, which was Viking talk, really. And it meant Scumer's homestead. Yeah. I wonder what cockermouth meant. Anyway, you're going off the track. Besides the point. So Scumersthorpe and early Scunthorpe got so popular because of the iron and steel industry, which they dug up shit around here because there was loads of iron ore. Brilliant, brilliant. There you go. God give you all that. You know, the mythical sky fairy who don't exist. Build a metropolis out of it for a number of years till it runs out. Anyway, so Scunthorpe expanded. And it went on to include, get this, Bottisford, Frodingham, Crosby, Brumby. These were all villages, and the last one to join, and they'll not like this, the people from there won't thank me for saying that it is Scunthorpe. The last to join are very similar to Bilbao in the Basque region, where we're not part of Spain, bollocks, we're our own people. And that was Ashby. Yeah. So that was Scunthorpe. It was formed. And if you look at the coat of arms, you've got 5 links on a chain. And they're the 5 villages that went to make up Scunthorpe. And on the top of the coat of arms, you've got a blast furnace with a fire coming out. That's fire. All right. And that is why a lot of people refer to it as Sunny Scunny. Trust me. It's not called that because of the fucking clement weather. So anyway, let's get on board and I'll show you around. It's a Scuny thing. Here's one of Scunthorpe's finest here. That's the mare. See you in a bit. Where are you, Mash? Where are you? I'll tell you where I am. Let's give you a clue, look. No. That's because you can't see it because it's been knocked down again. Pan round, you might get more of an idea. There she be. The beautiful Scuny Flats. So let's just go back round again. And back in the day, in that yard there, and all round here, it was the biggest, most bustling hub of activity you can imagine. Alrighty, Scunthorpe Market. Outdoor, indoor. Just roughly where I'm standing now was a brilliant chippy. And outside the chippy, they had a woman, right? This was supposed to be a fucking treat if I behaved myself. The woman used to sit on a roundabout, okay, a mechanical roundabout, and she'd sit there with like a fucking donkey jacket on, fingerless mittens, and she used to turn the handle, and send the kids going round on the merry-go-round. But she was such an imposing, frightening figure. I very rarely got on it because she was proper fucking scary. Other thing I remember at Scuny Market, so the chippy was there, the roundabout was there, but at the far end there was an emporium. Alrighty. Everything from around the world you can imagine. Every bit of tat and shite. And there was a legend, well before Del Boy, silverish hair, more jewellery than I don't even know what. It was dripping in bling before it was thought of. And on the Cooper and all chart, it was about 4 shades darker than fucking David Dickinson. And his name was Irving. I used to stand with my mum and be mesmerised by this absolute fucking con man stroke legend. And he'd hold a tea service up and he'd say, I'm not going to ask £4 for this. I'm not going to ask £4 for this and a toaster. No. In fact, this and a toaster. Yeah. I'm not going to ask £4. I'm not going to ask £3. I'm not going to ask £2.50. No, not even £2. £7. And they'd be putting their hand like, I want it. One of his oppos. He was like Fagin. He had all these little fucking scratters running around, bagging shit up for unsuspecting people who thought they were getting a bargain. But yeah, I'll find some pictures and bang them on above this. Irving and the magic roundabout outside. Oh, memories. I can smell the grease now. This is well before they did exotic shit like spam fritters. Imagine asking for a spam fritter in 1977. Fucking what? Get out, you weirdo. So yeah, the splendour that was Scuny Market. No more. But glad to see they're still there. A mate of mine's mum still lives in the Masonettes. You just see the Masonettes there. Mrs. Beecroft. Yeah, beautiful. Scuny Market. Sadly gone. Catch you in a bit. Hey, come here. I've just remembered another thing about Scuny Market. So as you walk through the main entrance at the front near the library, you turn to the right. There was a sweet stall where I first got caught nicking a Karamak. And she says, let that be a lesson to you. Don't pinch out ever again. Yeah, oh, that taught me. Turn left, you had Brian's Kinky Corner. Where, for £2.50, you could dress your missus as a slut. Which was brilliant. Yeah, she could be a naughty nurse. A horny devil. Yeah. That wouldn't even be allowed nowadays, would it? Because it'd be fucking degrading to your partner or whatever. Unless you called Ann Summers, in which case you can have vibrators, dildos, love eggs, anal beads, all on display. Yeah. Brian's Kinky Corner. Dress your missus like a slut. Memories at corners of my mind. Anyway, shut up. Move on. Can you see that behind me? No, neither can I. Do you know why? Because they've knocked the bugger down. So just there, back in the day, Central Park, Scunthorpe, there was a beautiful aviary. That's not an aviary, darling. But joined onto the aviary was a hothouse. So it had exotic plants. It was always about 90 plus degrees. So it was a great place to A, keep warm, B, keep dry, but C, practice your fingering. Oh yes. Oh, that was a proper training ground in there. God, I perfected some techniques in there. The Eddie Waring, which was the up and under. The windmill. Still very popular as the windmill. And the top shelf. Got you. But the one which won me the accolade of Lincolnshire champ 3 years running was the Spock. The Spock, yeah. I mean, it's been a while, I'll be honest, but I still like to keep my hand in. So that was the aviary and the botanical garden. Wonderful place. Still hold it very dear in my heart, particularly because it was the first time I'd ever seen the bird of paradise, which is a wonderful tropical plant that doesn't normally grow in Scunthorpe climes. So yeah, sadly missed. Where are kids got a finger now? Thatcher's Britain. Up and on. Magnificent. Not quite capability brown, but hey, the centrepiece of Central Park, the fountain. Wow, some hours spent round there. And to be honest, I would think the way things are going, with current prices, I would thought that all of these avenues very soon are going to be large queues of people queuing up to bathe the fucking kids and wash the clothes. Go on, fountain, you'll do for me. One thing I've just remembered, we used to knock around here donkeys years ago, but all of these avenues, you can see them leading off. The fountain was completely surrounded by massive conifers. So it was a great place to sort of hide in there and jump out on unsuspected people. It was also a regular sleeping place of Gluey, who's still banging the glue age about, God, he must be about 60 now. Bless him, you still see him on his treader every now and again with his bag of glue in the front and his Evo stick. He's had a great life, hasn't he? Yeah, global warming. So yeah, they took the conifers down, I think, to stop seedy goings on. Central Park. One thing I did want to show you that's not here anymore, but I'll bring up some photographs. It was always known early years as Paddling Pool Park, because at the top end, where I can't go because there's loads of kids in there, and you can't do that. No. You're not my real uncle. That's the gun running off. Yeah, Paddling Pool Park, and it was brilliant because it had a steam engine, a full steam engine. Oh, Fred Dibra had been creaming himself at it. Full steam engine, you had a great big slide with a box on top. Changing rooms, oh, and it saved you going all the way to Normanby Park Lido just to get a Veruca. Yeah, you could get a Veruca locally. So, Paddling Pool Park. And that was the majesty that still is pretty splendid. Scenny Park, Central Park, Scunthorpe. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'll tell you where I am. I am parked up in probably what was roughly right here, the goalmouth at the Donny Road end at the old Showground. Let's show you what it is now. Bloody Sainsbury's. Yeah, back in the day, this was a fabulous, proper old school ground. First in the country to have a cantilever stand. Oh yes, in the corner over there was the 1500 Club. And it was weird because it was one of them places where you could change ends at half time. Weird as fuck. Yeah, very strange. But early days, when would I first come here? Would have been late 70s. Because, let me just turn it around. Because we used to have to go to attendance centre on a Saturday, which was basically, it was a bad boys club where they would send you on a Saturday and you'd have to wear plimsolls and a vest and run round Bushfield Road, Schoolfield, unless you couldn't swim. Oh yeah, I got told that on the first one. It says, tell me you can't swim, you won't have to do any running. Says, anybody can't swim? I can't. So yeah, you went in the old fucking swim. Yeah, happy days. They had a little swimming pool on the side. But as soon as attendance centre finished, we used to come up here quick as we could on our treaders. 3 or 4 of us, I can't name them because a couple of them are dead. It happens. And a couple more are lucky that they're not. So we'd leave attendance centre, get up here, and they would open the gates at the right hand side, which led down to which was it, Fox Street. So they'd open the gates and we was allowed in for the last sort of 20-25 minutes. Yeah, old Showground. I saw some great players here, great players. Paul O'Berg, Joe Neenan, Tommy Graham, my old favourite, Angus Davidson. Angus, top bloke, Westcliff fella. Oh yeah, some great memories at this place. And even got to find out on one occasion that they also had a holding cell. Wasn't my fault, wasn't my fault. Anyway, that there is the old showground. And I'm afraid Glanford Park does not come anywhere near. Right, hey, bit of a surprise. I've just come up to show you where the old showground used to be, the Mecca. And what do? It's now a Sainsbury's, and I looked in the distance and I thought, he's a big old unit, isn't he? Bit of a limp, Ivy's jacket on. Wait for this, you're not going to believe this. Who is it? He's old Cushy. Say hello, Paul. Say hello to the viewers.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Paul Kuzners, my old Latvian mate from our childhood. You know when I was on about fingering in Central Park? Yeah. It wasn't with him. So that's Cushy. You maybe don't recognise him now because we've all put weight on, haven't we? We've all put... How do you keep such good eyesight at your age?
I don't need glasses now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, hey, Cush. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to park up. So say bye-bye to Cushy, ladies and gents. Say bye-bye, Paul.
Bye-bye.
And say bye-bye in your native tongue.
Lekker.
Catch you in a bit. Good old Cush. Now here's something special. If ever there was a scunny thing, what I'm going to show you is it. This occurs only in Scunthorpe. You can go the whole world, across it, down, up, sidewards, whichever way you want to go. One rule, apart from Scunthorpe. Okay, the highway code states, at roundabouts, give way to the right. Choose the left-hand lane, follow the left-hand lane, all the way around. Are you ready for this? Let's go. So this, where we're going right now, is called Henderson Avenue. Henderson Avenue. Okay? Now coming up is a roundabout. A bloke picking dog shit up. So, give way to the right, choose the left-hand lane. Oh, remember, you're from Scunthorpe. Fuck that, I'm going whichever way I want. I'm from Scuny. I do what I want. It's mental. Why has it been accepted forever? You can go which fucking way you want around Henderson Avenue Circle. Absolutely barking. Unbelievable, Jeff. And there's another one in Ashby. I'll go find it in a bit. But this has just been accepted forever. And I don't know why. Absolutely barking, bizarre mad. Henderson Avenue. Get on it. Do what you want. Dad, can we go round the wrong way again? Alrighty, coming up. Column Gardens. You can't see there, but it is a roundabout. So, give way to the right. Choose the left lane, follow the left lane. Go bollocks. Look at that, another roundabout. Do as you please. This is taken straight out of the My Way code. Fuck the highway code. Yeah, look at it, brilliant. Go whichever way you want. You can do a U-turn if you fancy. Column Gardens and Henderson Avenue. The only two circles or roundabouts, whatever, in the world. Do as you fucking please. Okay, right. This place was built in 1964. Okay, 1964. So it's pre-Baxter, and it was opened by none other than the Dutch and Duchess of Gloucester. The most important local park, and the Queen couldn't be arsed. She was obviously on lizard duty that day. So let's have a guess where we were. Let's have a guess where we was. Come on. Yeah, keep a lookout, keep an eye out. Telltale signs. Yeah, there's one. There's two. The Twin Towers, more famous than Wembley, of Quibble Park. Quibble Park, Scunthorpe, named after David Quibble, local Labour politician. Although by the nature of his job being a politician, it should probably be pronounced Quibble. Quibble. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you briefly. Back in the day, down that bottom end there was something called Family Day. Now that's a sign of the time. It's Family Day. Because if they had to have it now, it'd have to be fucking Family Week for the kids to have a different day with the dads, wouldn't they? Anyway, Family Day was there. It was fairground, candy floss, all that shit. Get a goldfish that'll last you a day. But this particular year, I've tried to do the research. I couldn't track down which year it was. But bear in mind, all your snowflakes and all of your health and safety people nowadays, picture this. Rocks up there, Andy Robbins. Drives all the way from Scotland, Andy does. What does he bring with him? A fucking grizzly bear to wrestle. I shit you not. So Andy's there, in his blue trunks. Don't know why I remember that. And he brings a grizzly bear out and he wrestles him in front of thousands of people. Now, Hercules wasn't any ordinary bear. Born in 1975 was Hercules the bear. Yeah, oh yeah, you'll learn something. Died in 2001, bless him. But Hercules, a couple of years after, whilst filming an advert for Andrex, no less, you know, the one with the cute little puppies you want to wipe your arse on. Yeah, Hercules escaped in the Outer Hebrides and he was on the run for 3 weeks. What a legend! But can you imagine now a bloke wrestling a fucking grizzly bear in public? So that's Quibble Park. Pleased to see the Twin Towers are still there, although they are looking a bit rough. If you can just see in the distance, let's see if we can see. Many years ago, this was the first site for Scunthorpe Speedway, because there's a velodrome there. Oh yeah. Get on your big words today, Baxter. Anyway, much to see. See you in a bit. Hey, just quickly, on the subject of Hercules, I want to thank you, Hercules the bear, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have been able to get into Quibble Park today. Look. Oh, that's what Hercules did. Well, it was either him or some chavs. But hail Hercules! Ding-a-ling-ling-ling! Ding-a-ling-ling-ling-ling! Time to ring a bell. Okie dokies. Right, this place here that I'm going to show you, back in the late 70s, early 80s, was Scunthorpe's, well, not even Scunthorpe, it was Ashby's version of Caesar's Palace, in as much that once a week it was Fight Central. I'll show you the place and then tell you all about it. There you go. There you go. Those in the know will know. That is Lincoln Gardens Community Centre. But on a Sunday, it was the coffee bin. Oh yes, the coffee bin. That neither sold coffee, but it was a bin. Brilliant place, brilliant. Sunday night, it was the place to be. And if one of you had a bit of stubble, they could get a beer from across the road at the Lincoln Imp and then come back over here, or take a few cans round the back. So yeah, Sunday night you'd walk in, there'd be an old guy, and he probably wasn't old, but everybody who wasn't your age looked fucking older back then, didn't they? So you'd walk in and he'd be on reception, sat at a table with a cardigan on and a beard. Just looked like he lived in a bedsit and never kissed a girl. You know the type. You know the type. Bet he knew everything there was to know about real ale and metal detecting. So you'd walk in, and I'd just moved back to town at the time because my mum and dad had split up. Come from a broken home. Yeah. But on the plus side, I got free dinners for the last year. First in the queue. Scratters first. Baxter, go get yourself some fodder. So yeah, I moved back to town, and then we came back to Westcliff. Live with my mum and come up here on a Sunday night. So I was sort of neutral to it all, because I had no allegiance to Thomas Sumter, Brumby, Fred Goff. But when you walked in the coffee bin, it was the groups of the different schools all fucking scowling at each other. And then the DJ would bang on something like The Damned or Alternative Ulster. So that was your cue to get in the mosh pit and kick fuck out of each other and be allowed to do it until Gerald come through with his cardigan saying, stop the music, bloody crackers, that's it, night's over. So yeah, great place, great. The coffee bin. And I've had to tip up early to film it now because it serves as a creche. And once again, you just can't go around filming kids. No, you're not my real dad. Coffee bin. Great memories. Time. To go back in time. Picture it. July the 24th, 1968. 65. It's the wrong way around there, I know, but it should read Salisbury Close, Westcliff. A legend was born. Now, I can't take you down to the house because it's just a bit fucking wrong to film people's houses when they don't know about it. Unless you're Piers Morgan, in which case, bug the house, tap the phone, grab what you can. Anyway, that was it. And down at 65 Salisbury Close, I do believe, rumour has it, there's still a little bit of blood on the wall. It was a difficult birth. So yeah, Westcliff till I die. I just got to thinking there, I didn't want it to all be negative stuff that's disappeared, because some stuff has reinvented itself. Such is this place, look. Such is this place. Okay? Yeah, massive. Scuny's biggest church, which is now called 2021. It's a visual arts centre, craft centre, cafe. It's brilliant because they've done away with like worshipping that fucking mythical sky fairy nutcase that they call God and Jesus shit. And now it's getting use. It's getting use. Instead of having 3 people on a Sunday going fucking amen and chanting like nutters to the Lord's Prayer, it's a visual arts centre. Local people can do their installations. They can put their artwork up in the gallery. You can bring your kids down to do crafts and stuff. Get in the cafe. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But there's a lot of building work going on. If you see behind me, right there, back in the day was the Furnace Arms, Bentleys, proper spit and sawdust, great pub, great jukebox, unsavoury characters, just how a pub should be. Oh yeah, the nearest you'd get to food in there was a pickled egg at best. And then that's the grounds, obviously, people remember latterly where Club 2000 was, which was a shithole. It's better off knocked out. Get in there, the Visual Arts Centre, fantastic, none of that God shit. I'm just walking back to the van and it occurred to me, you've got to be all inclusive nowadays and don't upset anybody. So if there are any Christians and worshippers of the mythical Sky Fairy and you are offended, forgive me. Yeah. Forgive me. That's your job, that's what you do. Cheers. Now then, hey up, come on, let's have it. Alright, Mashbackster's rambling, whoa, whoa, Mashbackster's rambling.